Good evening. How are you? How was your Monday? How was your weekend? I hope last week's reading actually helped you quite a bit. Tonight, again, just follows on. Two cards came out tonight. The one is Leo, which is a fire sign. That's your indication that whatever is to come is going to be intense. Um, a bit fiery heat that lies ahead, but you can work through this. And then also Scorpio, water. And that indicates that it's emotional, um, and that you need to feel your feelings, listen to your feelings, depend on your feelings. Okay. So Scorpio is the first one that came out, and it is work through your fears. So what this indicates, and I know everybody goes like, oh no, not a Scorpio card, but it actually indicates that you need to work through your fears. Last week I spoke about facing your shadow side, your darker side, and realizing who and what you are, and learning to be comfortable with it. So this one just actually carries on this, but this one is a sign of rebirth. It's like the phoenix from Harry Potter, that it grows to its full extent and then it dies down and there's a rebirth and it grows from the ashes again. And this is what Scorpios and a Scorpio's energy is all about. There's never a downside. You go down, you go back up again. You go down, you go back up again. Um, and it indicates that whatever you've been through that has been dark, there is a new start lying ahead for you. And I had to laugh because it says it almost certainly won't be all rainbows and unicorns, but it depends on how you approach it, how you see it. And instead of saying, why me, you can say, what can I learn from this? And take notes on it. Okay. Scorpio is all about the deep and transformation and emotion. There's nothing light and airy about Scorpio. And then there's also a suggestion that you know that you're magical. Everybody is magical. You just either know it and feel it or you don't. You're either closed off or you're open regarding that. So you need to get comfortable with that thought of you're a little bit magical and explore it a bit more and go more to the sexier side of it. Okay, and if you had a bit of a drought, an emotional intimacy shows that it's going to come up. But be like a Scorpio, don't fall head and tails. First, notch it out, okay? The Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into the body and soul, into the mind and the spirit. There's nothing superficial about a Scorpio. You must always just remember this. So when this card comes up, superficial just falls away. It's going to be deep and emotional. But the upside of this is have some sexy time. Okay? If you know that you're magical, use it. Um, Seeing that this is a card of a sign of death and rebirth, magic and shamans, you need to play with it. And I know not everybody likes to face the darkness that's within you, but you need to get comfortable with it because that's who you are, that's a part of you. You need to face it and work through it. And you need to move through this darkness to get to the transformation, to get the light on the other side. I know it's not always easy, but you need to do this. The meanings for this card, and sometimes I'll tell you, well, it might not be you, it might be for someone else. But I'm sure you've noticed by now it's an actual indication of what's to come for you. Time to let go of a grudge you're holding. If you hold a grudge, it holds you back. It's like anger, it poisons you, not the other person. You don't need to now become all syrupy and flowery. Just accept that that's how that person is. This is what happened, and just let go. A very important point here is move on from jealousy. You are hurting yourself being jealous of someone else or what someone else has got or someone else's situation. Learn to accept it. It is what it is, and move forward. Stop being obsessive. For me, it's also a very good thing. Um, we must all learn to maybe take things a bit slower and not having to have things perfect. And let's face it, nothing in life is ever perfect. So just stop being obsessive about stuff. And then here's an indication that you might be a little paranoid about things. You know, we all go through things in life. It's understandable if you're feeling a bit paranoid. But try to step away from it and learn to let things flow. It'll make it so much easier for you. And it's also a good indication to make an investment. That might be in yourself, um, investing more time in your relationship, in your marriage, in your work, in your studies, but make an investment. Okay, and then our second one is don't let pride get in your way. This is a fire card. And the message here is be magnificent without being plain too much. That's the thing of overkilling, overdoing. Just be you in a lesser grade. It'll get your message across. If you've let your pride become an obstacle, if you think about it, it's an indication, or the question is, what you're asking based on your ego, that you think um, that you must be the best, you must, or is it from your heart, a real heart's desire that these questions are coming from? You know, this is all energy about the heart. Um, the energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of this full moon card, it can become over the top. So just slow down a little bit. You are being heard, you are being seen. There's no need to force it. And it's also an indication that you need to end a deadlock that's developed. And it is an indication here that more love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. So it's not just about you. It says here that you must think around you, other people. So this deadlock is actually pulling you back and holding you down instead of growing and relaxing a little bit and putting more love and effort in. That can just make things smoother for everybody. And if you've not been having the attitude as, or that you're not doing as you would be done by, that's just meaning do unto others that you would like to have been done unto yourself. It's a time to find the balance between your own needs and the needs of people around you. It's good to think of yourself also, but not to your own detriment and to the detriment of others. And this will also help you in your relationships. It's not, yes, it's important that I also want, but you need that balance that both get what they want, not just the one person. Okay, then self esteem is good, vanity, not so much. If you don't know what vanity is, please go Google. It'll explain it to you. Vanity is just that um, you think if you go and sit, the sun goes under. Everybody is equally important. That goes back to what I said now earlier. You need to realize that the same as what you want, someone else also wants. The same as what you expect, the other person also expects. So stop being selfish, in other words, and think about the other person also. A friendship may be ending now. Sometimes it's a blessing. You might feel alone and so used to someone else. It's more a thing of being used to than what it is actually that you can't move on without that person. So if a friendship ends now, just go and sit and think about it and look at it and realize what the opportunities are concerning that. And then this is very exciting. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic. So if you've been feeling very creative that you want to paint or sketch or draw or do things, go ahead and do it. Make that dress, make that wooden stand, whatever you want to do, but get that creative juices flowing. This is also an indication that this is a time where um, you are going to be more confident in showing your creative side. That's the upside. So it might be that you need to compensate a little bit because that might also cause tension between you and people that you're networking with. So listen to all sides, make notes, and decide where you're going to move on from there. And the most important thing is that this is the indication that it's a time to release the pride. To be good, proud of yourself is good. To have pride is good. Pride is something you're either born with or born without. But don't make it a stumble block for you where it actually works against you instead of with you. Okay, so I'll catch you tomorrow. Please remember, I've got the top fan badge thing on now. At last, we got that done. And then also your interactions and the draw again at month's end. So ask questions, like, love, whatever you want to do, and interact because you actually get something out of it. Thank you. Keep well. Bye.